Hi guys, welcome back to Kpop Talks. I'm your host. Today we're doing the worst Kpop songs of May 2024. This is the list. Hopefully you'll agree with it. Hopefully you don't. We'll see. Let's get right into it. First we have Everglow with Zombie. Personally, I find this to be somewhat of a disappointment at a personal level. I think that Everglow is a solid group. They can be very up and down for me in terms of release quality. This is a little bit iffy. I feel like they have some solid moments, but for the most part, I just think it's underwhelming. Vocally, it's not great. Production-wise, it feels like it could give something more and it doesn't. So it feels to me more like a half-ass song and concept, you know? I think Purple Kiss released a similar song in terms of name, in terms of concept, I think a year or two ago, and it's much better, for example. So for me, when you try to reuse a concept, a style, you have to do it at least as good, and they weren't able to do that. So it is one of the worst songs of this month. Next we have Signature with Poongdung. This song has a lot of views. Personally, I think maybe because it went popular on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. It's a mediocre summer song. Like, definitely the part went viral. It's more fun, it's filler, it's unexpected, but the rest is very basic. And you know, Signature unfortunately has that basic aspect to them that makes them quite uninteresting and very generic in many ways. And this song unfortunately is a very generic track in many ways, in fact in every single way really. I've seen some comments about the fact that the girls are too sexual and like apparently they claim that these music videos try to make the girls look overly sexual. Personally, I don't think so, and it doesn't seem that much out of the standard of a classic summer song from a girl group, in my opinion. And again, I'm pretty sure they're all adults, so if they were uncomfortable with something, I wish they would have expressed that. We can't know. But I think there's been much worse videos in the past of this type of style, and I don't think this type of music video really is that much sexual in many ways, apart of a couple of shots that could be perceived as that, I guess, but I don't particularly see it as much, honestly. Next we have Qumi with Sabotage. It just feels such an uninteresting track from her. Vocally, production wise, it's very generic, it's very basic. I mean, he has gotten us used to like quality productions, concepts that are relatively interesting. It kind of surprised me that they went with a very generic style for this song for the summer, considering that she's popular enough, she can get enough of an audience to care about it, make it viral, you know, get her to grow as a solo artist. But instead they seem to go with a very safe option, almost like they rushed this comeback. Like, it's only the start of July, so this song came out, I think, I said May, but I meant June, whatever. The point still stands. The point is, they could have easily released this song now in this month if they weren't sure about what to release, but it seems like they wanted to use that June month. Maybe analytically, statistically, it makes more sense during the time, so it has time to get more popular throughout the summer. I have no idea. I just think that to waste this comeback on a song like this for an artist as good as her, it's a disgrace, because she was on a great run and then she releases this very bad song, in my opinion, because it doesn't highlight any of her skills in any way. Next we have Jimin and Loco with Smeraldo Green Marching Band. This has to be the worst collaboration of this year, maybe. It feels so empty, it feels so uninteresting. Like, this could have potentially been great, in my opinion, because Jimin and Loco are very good artists, but still, I have no idea why they keep putting effects and autotune on Jimin's voice. He's a very good singer and they keep doing it. Loco was completely offbeat for the most part, and he really sounded off even vocally. It's somewhat catchy, but for the rest, just a bad song. I have no idea how could they release a song like this. Like, and again, I don't get it, because he's a very good singer. He's not Jungkook, maybe even like Taeyong, right? But like, you know, he's good enough where he can sing without these effects on his voice. All this exaggeration, what you do with it, I just think completely ruins it for me, because I've heard Jimin in the past song without singing without this, and he's the only artist in the team of the vocal team that really abuses autotune the most. I have no idea why he does it. It's a mystery for me, and again, it doesn't work for his voice because he has a very high pitched voice, so it tends to ruin the quality of his singing a lot of the time. Very disappointed by this, especially. Next we have Katseye with debut. We have back-to-back hype tracks. I don't really get this song, in my opinion. People are saying, well, they're not K-pop and they're trying to do something different. Well, you have to do something good. Like, if you're gonna release these type of songs and just be a generic pop song from a girl group from England from the mid 2010s, then don't release it. Also, there was no hype, there was no build up to it. The quality of the singing is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. But the rest song is just very useless. And again, these very weird, like, also setups to the tracks, because to me it's like, vocally the girls can be good, can be even better, but the song doesn't help them shine at all. The production is very stale, it's very insipid, it's just boring. So you tend to get into the track thinking you've already heard this type of songs, you already know where it's going, and it has no personality. So it doesn't make this girl stand out that much in general. Maybe in Korea more, but outside of Korea there's no way these girls stand out at all. Like, it really sounds like a generic pop track from like 10 years ago. I really don't understand this decision from hype. Like, that's why for me I still can't trust them, cannot trust them building a girl group, because they've gotten lucky with New Jeans and they're acting like they've found the formula. They really haven't. You know, Elite is not growing with every comeback, and this group is already uninteresting to me. Of course they're a rookie group, I'll give them time, but as of now it's already they're going towards the wrong direction, unfortunately for them. Next we have IVE with Summer Festa. The same I used to say about Monsta X. I think making tracks about Pepsis is, for me already, you're gonna always go in the worst list. Like, you could drop a song as good as a song from a villainy, it goes automatically on the worst. Like, it's such a shit song, there's no point in talking about it. Pepsi song, automatically one of the worst of the year, easily. Next we have DPR Ian with Saint. I truly think at this point the only reason why you want to watch a DPR Ian video is because of the quality of the music videos. Obviously they're very high quality, they've really grown in that department, but Ian is just a... Holy shit, holy fuck. Okay, Ian is just a bad artist in my opinion. Not only is bad, he's uninteresting. Vocally he has regressed so much. Production choices are always bad. And on top of that, like, the music quality has gone much worse. This is just a terrible track, in my opinion. And if it wasn't for the music video, you wouldn't have... And funny enough, if you look at the comments, everybody's just praising the music video. Like, what else are you gonna praise? Like, everything else is just so bad, and he's supposed to be the most talented member of the group. No fucking way, bro. Like, no way. But good luck to him. Of course he's having a lot of success, so he's right and I might be wrong, you know. I must be wrong. And then we have possibly the contender for the worst song of the year, which is Lisa with Rockstar. I think this song represents every sort of limit that Lisa has as an artist, in my opinion. First and foremost, vocally. She's vocally not good enough, and they have to pump her voice with so much autotune that it's just really obnoxious. The song production-wise is garbage. The lyrics are trash. When she raps, you can't understand what she's saying. The chorus is maybe catchy, but it's almost somewhat racist. Like it's so generic and it's so bland that it's clearly meant to go viral on TikTok and stuff like that. Also, the choreography for the chorus, just her moving her head in 7 different directions so they can everybody do it on TikTok. But I think there's already like 10 different versions on Spotify or whatnot. But apart from that, like, the song is just bad. I think her trying to be so much of an American artist, right? Like, she's so different, she's out there, she's so cool. And then you hear her and she's almost generic pop artist from 10 years ago. Like, most pop artists now have evolved. Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, like Sabrina Carpenter. I'm not a fan of Sabrina Carpenter, but she's an evolution. You know, Charlie XCX. Like, she's stuck to an image of music that doesn't exist anymore. That is obviously still very popular in Korea, but it's not the reality. Again, she tries to portray this image of, I assume, talent, which is very generic. She's sitting on a shit full of neon with gangsters and a bunch of chicks. That's the image. Fine, I guess. It's very weird to me. Like, it's almost as if she's disconnected from the reality of the world. Like, she's somewhat trying to be relatable when she isn't, and I think this is something that these type of artists don't understand, similar to Jenny. Like, they're not relatable, you know. They're multi-millionaires that have been successful since their teenage years. They're all very good looking. They can get the best guys, the richest guys if they want to. They get the best brand deals, and instead of capitalizing on that like Lady Gaga used to do, Madonna, I use example, they try to be relatable with type of music, right? Let's insert a line about Japan, because a lot of people like anime or they're weebs in the community, so let's use that as an excuse, like lure them in. Like, there's so much. I've never learned anything from a Blackpink member listening to their music outside of Rose. Like, everybody else is just so full of an image of who they are. They just are not humans anymore. They're just images. They're just plastic. They're just a big billboard that is on front of my screen, where they're constantly selling their souls to make as much money as possible. And I'm supposed to believe that that's relatable. You know, of course, K-pop has never been relatable. I want to make it clear, but when you really push the boundaries of that, it can't be better than what we used to have. It just can't be, in my opinion. And so not only it can't be better, it just comes off as much more less genuine. How come I can look at a K-pop group from like the early 2010s with music videos made with like scraps, and they look more honest and more real than this chick was supposed to be super relatable to people because she went and did burlesque in front of a private audience for her friends, where she rented a place for tens of thousands of dollars. Like, there's nothing relatable about her, and I think, again, she should use this to her advantage, and she doesn't. And that's a very funny thing about K-pop artists. They don't do that for whatever reason. But I think keeping that distance, I think really a lot of times favors you in this industry much more than they think. But anyway, the song itself is not good, and it's so generic, and again, it has the same problem all these songs has, which is a chorus repeated 10 times and then a short verse of her trying to rap, and unfortunately being very goofy, you know. And like, this would have flied away 5 years ago when K-pop really started blowing up in the West, but now it can't fly anymore up. Like, there's so many girls that can really rap, like Lee Youngji. Go listen to her, you know, EP Since. Obviously, you have I forgot her name right now. I'm blanking, but since there's another girl thinking about Mirani, like Little Cherry. There's so many more that can rap. Like, this is bastardization of her image, which I don't really understand, and I think it works. Like, the song has a lot of views. It was the #1 trending things, has almost 100 million views in like 12 days or something, right? Yeah, so she won. But as a fan of music, she will never win me, and I think most people that are a fan of music are never gonna be won by her, in my opinion. And this was it for the worst K-pop songs of the month. Not many, but I think these were one of the worst batches in years. I think a lot of really bad music, a lot of music that didn't connect. It are mistakes, in my opinion, and although of being mistakes, there's a lot of bad judgments from these people that work in these companies and the group and the artists themselves sometimes. Because if it's true that Jimin is choosing his songs, I think he should stop. If it's true that Lisa's trying to be more rebellious, in reality she's just a very generic pop artist who's very marketable and very mainstream. So probably go a different direction, and I think it should be much better for it. But this is it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you next video, which will probably come out tomorrow and the day after. Thank you for watching.